Let's burn the mansion.
Okay, that's a good sentence on which to start a new video. I'm sure the YouTubers will be pleased. You see Alexander.
I'm sure you'll be pleased when your character sheet burns, it gets put aflame.
So this was a short chronicle.
It seems that way because when you add madmen and fire, things usually happen to burn down quickly.
Okay, so Satan is in the library, and John Doe. As you exit the freezer, you see Alexander rush in and start rummaging through the cupboards.
Do I see John Doe over there?
You notice him out of the corner of your eye.
Help us! Help! The mansion is on fire. You need to put the fire out before we all die.
John, one thought that one of your packmates told you runs through your head at this. Fire bad.
I just say, it's your mansion, you deal with it, and just leave.
I don't believe you can do that without making a roll and possibly spending willpower point, because you are nearly fully Volderied.
I'm pretty sure it's at 10.
Oh. It's because aiding another is like against my pet.
True. That is a good point, but the Bloodbound forces you to do it. And if someone you're Bloodbound to in the normal way forced you to kill a child, you would still have to roll for humanity.
Yep.
Alright.
So,
What do
just
I
so you
roll
know, this is loyalty and not, being forced onto something like that. But you do need to try and protect his interests.
Yes,
Which
and
I did. I did try to
Actually,
protect your interests.
explicitly says that you are completely willing to lay down your life for me.
Yes.
keep in mind though, John, that a lot of the bad thing, it depends on how your character interprets it. So how does John feel about this? Describe that to me, and I'll tell you if you're gonna need to make a path roll.
So he feels that if the mansion burns, it will be bad to his position on the city.
Okay, in what way?
It's our base of operations. We don't have other place. It will set us back. And that library, that the secret place looks like, it has some nice things on
You
it.
didn't see what's in it, I don't think. Or
Well,
did you?
Yeah,
it's
you
a
wouldn't have
secret
been able
door.
to see what's in there, but you do know that Alexander has a secret place. You do, however, have another place to go. You do have that storm drain, which you have been doing your things in, and that is cozy enough. Mortals don't seem to frequent it. Going deeper in, it's even more or less safe from daylight. Unless a storm washes you out, of course.
You being a storm drain.
Yeah, it's a little bit dangerous on that aspect.
Just for context, we're gonna say that this is like middle to late spring. Essentially, it's May. For, the purposes of weather and the like, and there may well be a spring storm at some point in your future.
So yeah, it's on the near the raining season, so it's better to have a safe place that is not a storm drain.
Alright. At the same time, you do have other options, so I will make you roll, but I will lower the difficulty to, I think, what do you think, 6 or 5?
Also, I'm going to put it out there, but it's at the 7th level of the vinculum rating that you start ignore you depending on your code of ethics may kill people. So we counted that you'd be willing above 7, at 10 you're completely willing to break your code of ethics to aid me.
What is the roll for resisting that, though?
There is none, actually.
So it's a pure roleplay thing, which in a lot of ways is a pain in the dick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that kind of crap, actually. I would prefer if I had a whip to use, and you head away out of it, because just saying you can do that with your character, I hate doing that. I really do.
Well, that's kind of how vinculum is supposed to be, but that's why it's lesser than a blood bond, I think, because it's generally it's loyalty. It's not any kind of specific thing. It's you're trying to defend each other. You can still fight each other. You can still kill each other.
I would say that, yeah, I would say that you might go along to see that Alexander doesn't get hurt, essentially to drag him out. If the fire is out of control, it can be helped, but you wouldn't necessarily have to risk yourself to put out the fire, because Alexander doesn't necessarily need the mansion, even if he thinks he does.
Mm-hmm. Now,
and
if
John
Alexander
might
ends up throwing himself into the fire, you'll have to go grab him.
Yeah.
But
I would say that John wouldn't necessarily, with his stats and nature, think that material possessions and books are all that important.
which is kind of what my character is like, too.
Okay.
My character is like that too, depending on the material possessions.
So I can just say that, fuck it, let's leave the mansion, like I
Yeah,
wanted.
you can say that.
Yeah, you
but
could.
You'll
You
be
could.
following him to make sure he's all right, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, you could argue for Alexander to just stop and leave it.
So
Okay.
yeah, just say to him, yeah, let's leave the mansion, just buildings.
I stand up
Don't need it.
straight. I look at him like I was looking at someone that was completely and totally batshit insane.
So you're looking at him like a Malkavian.
Okay. At this point, Alexander, I want you to make
No,
a
like, I
wits
look at
roll.
Jojo as if he was completely and totally batshit insane.
As I said, like a Malkavian.
Okay. Alexander, please make a wits roll at 8. As all this is going on around you. Especially since your character is completely unequipped to deal with suddenly developing situations like this.
Seems that way.
Okay. Good. You may proceed. So, Satan, you walk in, and
Yep.
you've seen this once before, when you broke through that final boss of a door and opened into a magnificent library. You found another one of those.
Only this one only has books on it.
How do you wish to proceed?
It looks like it doesn't look very important. Why does he like this place?
Yes.
Why is this hit?
See a folder that is written fragments of the Book of Nod. You're going to completely ignore it.
I've already stated he doesn't care about book knowledge. Int of 1.
Okay. Alexander, or Jekyll or rather, I would say that Book of Nod pieces, you don't necessarily have those. You have legends about Cain, but you don't have actual Book of Nod pieces. Because that
Even
is gonna
five,
be a...
5.
Even so, you wouldn't necessarily have actual pieces. That, I would say, would be a 6 and above occult library to have an actual collection of, Book of Nod pieces. That's a specialized thing.
I'll just try and figure out what he uses this place for. Why is it so important to him?
Okay, roll intelligence occult. At difficulty 8, in fact, because... Well, unless you want to take your time while the fire is raging, in which case you can roll at 6.
I don't even think he realizes the fire is raging.
Okay, then at 6 it is. Satan's still in here! Fuck him!
I probably try attempting to rush in there to get my books.
He's gonna rush through the fire.
Okay, I did say I was gonna be an asshole, but I have to ask, because this is some serious dickish crap, are you sure you want to rush through the raging fire to get your books?
Yes. If I believe I'm no longer able to save the mansion.
Okay, so you will try to put it out first.
Yes.
You're just, right now, John is standing next to you while you're just jumping from one foot to the other while the bucket slowly fills with water from the tap.
Fill up!
Essentially. Fucking feelings are going around. Why doesn't it feel faster? Why doesn't it feel faster?
You have any
Arnold,
thoughts of craft?
go somewhere else and get more water. You too, John. Get more water. We need to put this fire out.
Darnell does not appear to be there as you attempt to talk with him.
John, help me. Get some more water.
You trying to convince him of something? Do you need to roll for that?
No, this is going to be handled through roleplay, I believe.
Alright.
Come on, just leave the mansion.
Jack?
I will allow John and Alexander to roll wits. John is going to be at an 8, Alexander at 6, to realize something which might be useful. John is at higher difficulty because he doesn't give a fuck.
What?
Let's see. John doesn't realize, and your eyes are drawn to the essentially bags of frozen beans and the like. Also, you know, conserved food in the freezer, which is at a very low temperature right now. And slowly getting warmer as the door is gone.
John. Can you go, attempt to find a way to put out the fire?
Wait a second.
Alrighty.
I like imagining that you just said, wait a second.
As he's thinking about, yeah, she had such lovely skin on her back. Oh, what a beautiful canvas. Stroking his chin with a claw. So, there is cold frozen shit in the fridge still.
Yes.
What do you wish to do?
Do I believe that cold frozen stuff would work for putting fires out?
Possibly. Unless it's flammable. In which case it might
Was
not.
any of that steam flammable?
Not as far as you can tell with wits, or, well, one success with wits.
Do we have any fire extinguishers?
Oh my, he thought to ask this question.
About fucking
Hey,
time.
being a panic.
Okay, roll wits at 9 because you never gave a fuck about mortal crap like fire extinguishers before.
Hey, willpower.
Spending willpower. I care a lot right now.
All of a sudden, I care a lot.
You recall seeing one on the way over here.
I go get it. John, get that water. Bring the water down with you.
John, what does John do?
He just don't care and stay put.
Follow
Okay,
Alexander, make sure he's okay, ignore the water.
Now he just look at Alexander with a weird look like, why are you still on the mansion? Just leave.
Keep in mind, that fucker might just jump in the fire. You would, according to the vinculum, need to keep an eye on that.
Yep.
I thought that I was close to the door to the place.
Alright, now you're a fair bit away. The bucket starts to overflow as you watch Alexander rush off towards the room with the fireplace. Alexander, I
there.
want you to roll me a perception. Huh, no
It would
crafts,
be
no...
alertness, you know.
No,
Investigation.
alertness will do. Alertness at 8. You don't have the time to investigate this.
Willpower points?
You just keep spending them like they're nothing. It's fine. I don't have people in the with dominating this.
Well, that's a great. Yeah, my God.
Yes! You grab the
He spent it.
you grab the
I
fire
guess it's
extinguisher and rush downstairs. As you direct at the blazing bonfire and the you look up, see the beams on the ceiling. There's flames running over them. They have actually caught fire. It's not very strong, but it may well get stronger if it keeps going. As you direct the nozzle at the fire, there's a faint psht. You look at the fire extinguisher. It says best used by 1972. The fire extinguisher is a dud.
Can I attempt to use the fire extinguisher to get smash a path to the secret door, so I can start saving my books?
Roll a melee attack against the fire.
Oh, he hasn't made his courage roll, by
I
the way.
strike at the fire.
Actually, yes, it's a blazing bonfire, which I believe would make it a courage of 6. Possibly
Roll G at that.
No, roll it openly. I love how all I have to do is give you a bit of room to fuck up.
Tell that to Epic.
You mean the guy trapped behind a bonfire in a very flammable library?
Exactly.
I'll have you know that my stuff screws me over as much as anyone else.
You're the guy that spent.
Keep
spent
rolling, will you?
8 of his stuff, and someone decided to burn it down.
Keep rolling.
Not like I knew you spent anything on it.
Which.
I'm actually starting to get really curious, though. These
Alexander.
are fucking insane.
Alexander.
Wow.
Yes, keep rolling. You need more than one success to overcome Rotrek completely.
2 successes in this case.
Okay. One more. Okay, you're good. So you want to smash through the fire. As you just want to go through the middle of it.
I want to find the shortest path to the entrance of the secret place, and make sure the fire doesn't spread there too quickly.
Roll wits at 9.
What's it with you and wits rolls?
Because this is what wits rolls are for. Situations like this.
Because GM's being a dick.
Dude. Blame the players. You think that you might be able to force your way around the edge of the room without having to go through the fire, without getting burned.
Well, I'm still going to use the fire extinguishers to make sure the fire doesn't spread isn't spreading that well that way.
It's not working very well is the problem.
The fire extinguisher, it's long since unusable. It's just a big metal can.
I'm using it to smash the fire.
Okay. In that case, make a melee attack like we discussed against the fire. I attack the darkness! I cast magic missile!
I disbelieve the air.
I'll keep that in mind in case he botches.
Nope.
So close.
No botches.
Close enough.
Roll again. If you wish to keep smashing at it.
As I move along.
Oh, are you just gonna swing it around and push your way through the fire?
No, I pointed out that I'm trying to move by the side of the room and smash the fire so it doesn't so it isn't pushing towards the way I'm taking.
I would say that you did not point that out.
I did quite explicitly point it out.
Epic.
I wouldn't say that was explicit. But
explicit.
I think he inferred it, but I don't remember him explicitly saying that.
I'm gonna give you the
It was
option
more of a
of
tone of voice
smashing the
thing.
fire or going around it, because you have to get close enough. Because it's essentially a chemical fire at this point due to tossing on, like, you know, oil products on it in the form of a synthetic jacket.
That's not a
It
chemical
already
fire.
was a. It already wasn't a natural fire with the whole. I don't know, oil.
It's not oil. It's
Lighter fluid.
the
But it's old lighter fluid before all the fun regulations, so it's fine. It burns hot.
always was.
So I'm gonna give you the choice. You can either get really close to the fire and smash it, or make your way around it.
I'm trying to make my way around it then.
Alright. You go in there,
Because
and
apparently my GM isn't aware of a thing that is moving and attacking.
sigh. Jekyll, don't be a bitch. So,
So you mean basic combat rules don't work in World of Darkness?
it's more like Epic that it's lost its pressure over time. That's the point.
Like that, I'm not talking about anything about that.
Yeah.
Fire thing.
Yes. As for you, it's what I'm saying is the fire is big enough and hot enough that you have to risk getting burned if you want to get close enough to smash it. That's what I'm saying. Now you can go through the middle of
I'm
the.
not doing that anymore because apparently I can't do that. I can't do anything. I can't do that as well as move.
If you go up to the fire, you can't essentially do a drive-by with it, because you're gonna get burned pretty badly. You have to pick the right moment in order to get close enough to minimize the damage to yourself if you're gonna smash it. Because,
Oh well, I'm going in there, getting the books while holding a fire extinguisher, just smashing certain vampire over the head with it.
as you go in, you see Satan picking through the crap and learning about what thaumaturgy is.
Also, as a matter of fact, does this count as a time when I have to roll frenzy?
I don't know. Does it?
Considering that he's the, as far as I'm aware, he's the person that set the fire. That's going to burn
How
down
much do
my
you
home.
actually care about this mansion, by the way?
As it happens, I care about all the stuff that's in it.
Then again, this is practically a bunker. You could possibly close the door and wait out the fire and then dig your way out the next night. If you close the steel door, there's a good chance the books would be fine.
Oh sure, I'm doing that.
With both of you
Also,
inside.
I'm sorry. Also, I'm going to be buffing my strength by 3.
Alright.
And starting to smash a certain vampire in the over the head with a fire extinguisher.
Okay. Satan, you botched an insight roll earlier. You get a spontaneous bout of insight. You see the eyes of a certain Ventru elder which you stole from earlier, looking out at you from Alexander's face as he has possessed your packmate and is using him to attack you.
Calm down, as I heighten his emotions.
You know, considering my
And I believe Alexander is in frenzy.
yes, I do believe I'm in frenzy.
And then I'm going to make you Rostrek.
We're
I'll be interesting.
gonna get to that in just a second. John, what has John been doing in the meantime? Bacon?
What? Oh, yeah, sorry. So, John was, after seeing Alexander running to the no He doesn't know where. He just follows slowly, just walking.
Leaving the bucket of water where it was.
Yes.
Okay, you walk in and you see a raging bonfire and the roof above slowly starting to catch fire. Alexander vanishes inside the room and slams the door shut behind him.
I think he will survive inside there.
Actually, at this point, I don't think you know that's steel. So now you have to actually try and save him.
Oh. But
Yes,
thank
and you don't know what the other walls of that place might be.
I use my celerity to take the bucket of water and just throw it at the.
Okay.
columns.
In that case, I want you to spend... Let's go with 6 blood points to get over there, grab the water and get back there. And I want you to make a Dex Athletics roll at 8 to see if you can manage not to spill the water while moving at such massive speed.
To be fair, you do gain balance from this, which is why this should still... No, wait, you're using celerity. Never mind.
He does have a very high dexterity and athletics, so he should be okay.
He's great.
I
That's
do
still
a
a drop.
backflip with the water and if not even a single drop of water hit the floor.
Alright, I did tell you to roll at 8, so... No, you
Good
spilled about a
Well, but
fifth of the water, but the bucket is still mostly full.
It's 4 successes at 8.
Yes, indeed. Like if you had botched, you would have broken the bucket, somehow.
Oh.
So you stand over the bonfire with a
Basically,
mostly
have
full
enough-
bucket.
Basically, what he's saying is that you managed to keep enough water in the bucket that it's still more than enough to
Yes.
try and get rid of a fire.
So, how do
Instead
you
of
wish
3,
to...
which will have just been just enough to try and get rid of a fire.
Yes, so, that being the case, how do you wish to go about this?
I used throw the water on the burning beams that, if continue to burn, will disable, drop the roof over the door.
Alright, in that case, make me a Dex Athletics roll at 7.
My celerity.
Yes,
+1.
it applies now.
Yeah, it applies now because you're not trying to reach the place.
Okay, the beams go out, some of the water splashes on the broom fire, but the fire is still going. Though
Fire
it's...
should still go because you'll need at least one more time, I think.
So you started the night with full blood, huh?
Yeah.
But I don't think you'll need to be in as much of a hurry because the beams were the big problem.
Yes, they are now wet, so they should be at least somewhat resistant to catching fire again.
I just run back using not all my celerity and to take more water.
My
Alright,
real life experience actually says that we should be alright at this point, but there's just this chance of something going wrong.
so John, you are left running water from the tap into the bucket slowly and just going, faster you fucker, faster, 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 I don't have the time for this. As I would want Satan and Alexander both to roll initiative. Because if you're gonna be doing the thing and he's gonna be, oh crap, crap, don't open that, just reload the Chronicle. But yeah, roll initiative because if you're gonna be entering combat, I want to maintain proper order of combat and action economy and the like.
I suspect it will be a form of combat.
I would say that Alexander buffing and Satan heightening his emotions would have both been a form of surprise, where you know, both attempt to bushwhack each other and don't initiate in a visible way.
Okay.
Would you have been able to notice that I was buffing?
No, but I'm a good judge of character, and also you are currently looking like a possessed Ventru vampire. Well, possessed by a Ventru vampire to me.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the point. He thinks Wolfgang has crawled inside your brain.
He doesn't like that.
That's bad, okay? Possession is bad, kids, okay?
So, what is your path rating?
5.
Is that actually dependent on the path rating? For dementation, for... Because
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna check it, because I had that weird feeling that it was based on something else. I think that was current willpower, but I'm not sure.
No, it's path.
Well, it's the same either way, apparently.
Just give me a second. I really want to check this, because I'm...
Also,
It's just a flat difficulty 7 for manipulation empathy. It's not based on path ratings.
yes,
For
it
the
is.
voice of... It's not. Manipulation empathy at difficulty 7, 1 target per success.
Not for that one. For the increasing of emotion.
Oh. Right, right. That thing.
Yeah,
That would definitely be humanity / path rating.
Okay,
that's the one I
fair.
was talking about. That's why I was asking.
If you have enough time to set yourself before he actually jumps you, and I think that if you take a turn or two to concentrate, you can actually pull the blow in advance without spending a willpower point and say that you want a max of 3 successes, for example.
I think,
What?
Because otherwise he's gonna be at heightened emotions for 3 months.
mm-hmm.
How do we want to handle voluntarily limiting your successes on crap like this? Jackal, what do you think?
I have no idea.
'Cause
Roll willpower?
My previous ST, well, you know, the one I once played with, he had the idea of things like dominate, dementation, and presence. You can roll to cancel them, but it takes time. You have to
wait,
go against your own successes. But that's what he did. So
with dominate, I'm okay with people releasing someone from a command, but with dementation, I would say that that wouldn't apply. The same with presence, because they fuck with emotions instead of being a straight command. So, yeah, I'm not inclined to just... Like with dominate, we hand-waved it, like you can cancel it if you wish, just spend a round with it. At least to dominate one, right?
mm-hmm.
But with this... Well, yeah, we're gonna say that it costs a willpower point to pull the blow, if you realize that it's too strong. Because otherwise it's gonna get too easy. So it's up to you if you want to fry his brain and pull it or not, or how you want to approach it. And make sure to roll your initiatives as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So Xander is apparently gonna attempt to diabolize you for that sweet dementation.
Nope. That did not work.
Congratulations,
Wow.
Satan. It looks like you go first.
It's guaranteed I'm going first.
Yes, it is. 100% guaranteed.
Do you want to roll for that in case something or someone else shows up, or are you gonna accept the free whatever?
I'll roll for it, sure, but I'm still debating on the willpower.
You could get lucky. I mean, rod tracking him could work regardless, right? I mean, if you fuck up, you might well be dead though, so...
I'm torn between the fact I don't trust this guy at all, and that I am very loyal to him, though, so I wouldn't want to harm him.
Well, clearly, you need to restrain him possibly beat him into torpor if you have to even, because somehow a Ventru got him and you need to figure that shit out.
Yeah. See my dilemma?
Yes. So, I would say that this affects your safety, John's safety, and Alexander's safety, which means you cap that bitch. You just don't finish him off. That's the way I see it. Just fuck him up and worry about it later. Take it to the minder, there's an ancilla in town sent to keep an eye on things, make sure things don't go horribly wrong, and to coordinate if the packs have to work together for some reason.
I'll spend a willpower point.
Well, roll first, you can then decide to pull it. And limit your successes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I need to roll another d10. Okay, I believe you need to spend a willpower point on that.
I might need to spend a willpower point on this.
Also, shouldn't that be 5?
No.
He gets a -1 on dementation rolls because of a merit.
5-point merit.
Alright, so your emotions are heightened, Alexander. Now, provided he somehow fucks this up, what do you wish to do on the next turn?
Well, I'd like to grapple him.
Alright, Satan, what would you like to do on your turn?
Hey, it works.
Holy Mother of God!
I think you actually have to have the initiative open in order for it to work. That's the only thing I can think of.
Let me close it. Try it again. We'll remember the 13.
Okay.
Nope.
I have no idea. I didn't modify it or anything.
You still have that set as your default token, so that I can automatically drag it onto the map, so... I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh gods, I just realized how fucked you are. Oh, you're boned. You're fucking boned.
We're all boned.
No, you're even more boned. I'm sure you can handle Dorian, right, with your crappy group?
Yeah, absolutely. So, go crazy.
Yay.
Rostrek, you get away from me!
I believe we rolled for... I believe we rolled for the fire at difficulty 8 before, right? Or difficulty 6 before. So that... We're gonna go off of that, so you will be rolling at 8, since that's the provocation that's in your face. More or less. Since you still know that it's there. So, yeah, give me some courage rolls at difficulty 8.
Wait,
John!
What? Who? Or John?
No, John. The bucket has just filled. You may proceed to the basement. You see where I'm
Yes.
going with this epic, right?
I think. But I'm confused who you're asking the courage roll from.
Alexander.
Oh. No,
Uh,
that's...
And you would need to roll as well, but at a lower difficulty, I believe.
Have you forgotten how that works?
Oh, right, you need to roll for it, but...
I roll for it. He rolls for it. But his base difficulty starts at 8. And he has heightened emotions. Goes to 10.
oh, right, cumulative bonuses. You are absolutely
Super
right.
combo!
You're a cunt, Epic. You are a fucking cunt. Jackalor, 9 plus 1 difficult. 9 plus 1 difficulty, yes. But you can spend willpower points to push past that, I believe.
Yes, I am going to, in fact.
Are you gonna spend all the willpower?
Depends.
Holy Mother of God! So that's 2 successes you have currently. Epic, you're fucking dead.
Probably, so. But I resist the Rostrek, so.
Okay. Alexander, if you would proceed to roll. Just to,
Yep.
You did
Oh.
not say you're spending willpower on the second one.
No, I did not. As a matter of fact, I did not.
That's a double botch from the rot strike.
Alright, however, you do have 2 turns in which to rip this fucker's throat out.
That is true.
Yes.
So you launch yourself to grapple Satan. Make a dexterity brawl.
Yeah, I hit.
Alright.
So I'm going to do my strength. You're going to attempt to do my strength value as damage.
Are we gonna hear a crack? Nope.
Nope. Because one's everywhere.
Alexander, what would you like to do on the next turn?
I'd like to do my use my fangs to rip his throat out.
Don't I have a resisted roll?
You do on your turn. You can attempt to take control of the grapple.
Oh. Also, is my buff from earlier still up?
From the statues?
Yep.
Not at this point, no. It took a while to smash the statues, and in the meantime we have had ghouls, freezers, and the like, so no.
Alright. Just checking.
Mm-hmm. Okay, John. Would you like to rush with the freshly filled bucket of water, or do you want to just calmly walk over there?
I will try to just not rush, but try to go a little bit fast.
In that case, give me a Dex Athletics at 4. Because I have a feeling that it's probably not gonna happen, but you might just botch. And you came close. I appreciate your commitment to the game and its traditions.
It's good to help you.
So you get there with little over half of the water still in the bucket. The floor is absolutely swimming with it on the way here. How would you like to proceed?
Now that the beans are safe, I will try to throw at the brooms.
Okay. Dexterity athletics then for that, please. Alright, there's a few flickering flames, but the fire is no longer dangerous.
Thank
Essentially-
God for John Doe.
Meanwhile, Alexander will attempt to get out of this thing. Satan, what do you wish to do on your turn?
Well, there's only one thing I can do, right?
You could try to use mental powers, but I would have to make them be at a higher difficulty at the very least, because you're essentially being restrained right now.
I mean, there's not even that much I can do for mental powers, so...
Mm-hmm. So yes, I believe you have to try and take control of it.
Yeah, that's about all I can do.
So it's an opposed strength brawl check. You can buff yourself by 1 this turn if you wish.
Buff one thing. Have some form of chance.
I mean, he might fuck up.
I mean, he got 3 turns for himself, so I'm not completely surprised. But
2. It was a 9 plus 1 difficulty.
No, I was actually talking to buff himself.
Oh, yes, indeed. And he had started buffing, well... Okay, 1 success, that's... neither of you is in control, in theory, according to some rules I've read. Though we have ruled in past that he remains in control. How do we want to handle this?
I'd like to remain in control.
Generally, the one who's on the defensive wins a tie, is how we've generally done it, I thought.
Well, yes, but you're trying to take control away from him. He's already in control, so he would be on defensive according to that logic.
Oh.
Essentially,
that makes grappling a little too powerful, if that's the case. I didn't have any way to stop it then.
You could have attempted to dodge it, aborted to dodge instead of doing your action.
Well, I think we might want to look at the rules for grappling and how we play them again. But yeah, possibly making it a strength thing to pull someone into a grapple. Like you need to get enough on the dex grapple, brawl strike to match someone's strength rating. But even then, he would have succeeded because your strength hadn't been buffed then. But yeah, with grapples, the way it's set up, it's generally like any other defensive action. You would have to board to a defensive thing and try to get out of the way, much like with any attack. Well, he's running next turn anyway.
Okay.
So,
Don't kill him.
attempting to deal aggravated damage to you.
You're a cunt, Jackalor.
Well, guess who's also a counter attempt almost burnt down my goddamn place.
The brooms had to die. He did you a
Yeah.
favor.
Well, apparently I missed, so no, I get to run away. Yeah.
You know, with the struggle
live
and you
this
fighting
time.
with fighting against each other, the fangs just go past your nose with a shunk, but somehow you jerk back out of the way while trying to get out and they do nothing.
Oh jeez, that was close.
Um,
Get the fuck out of here.
Uh,
Please.
John Doe, if
So,
you
I
would
have to
please...
I have to open diction due to my goddamn fucking due to my goddamn power being like, Rhetoric is for bitches.
Wow, he really is racist, huh? Bacon, I want you to get on the initiative rating.
Alright. I add my celerity to the initiative, right?
Yes, you do. So it's wits plus dexterity plus celerity plus 1d10. Which for you is a fuck ton, I believe. I believe that's a plus 10 to 1d10.
It's we
So unless he rolls a
dexterity
3,
and-
unless he rolls a 3 or lower, you should be able to get. You should be able to go first.
it's
you know.
what again? With dexterity, celerity, and
And 1d10.
oh right, so it's
Just 1d10 plus 10 is what it comes to for you, I believe.
yes.
Alright, he is very much going first. Okay,
So yeah, following my prediction.
unless Satan wants to do something as Alexander
I
runs,
don't use path rating.
just we'll handle that later, okay?
It's obvious he's running like a bitch, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you when you need to roll for path, okay? Don't get ahead of yourself, Jackal. It's fine. We'll figure it out. So, you open the door. You see John clearly between you and the stairs. John, you see Alexander there. Your claws, since you haven't shaken them, are still on. How do you wish to proceed? Alexander, what do you do?
I go past him.
Not through him?
He's kind of right in the middle of the doorway.
I can
He's
push
like-
myself.
He's in the room, so you could go past him, but it might be faster to just go through him, and he clearly is between you and the stairway.
Just push him over.
So essentially, you're gonna try and...
He's basically just trying to run up to him, get him off to the side, and keep running.
So essentially,
Yeah.
that's essentially a tackle. A running tackle.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, in that, I think a tackle to actually carry someone to the ground was a difficulty 7 thing. And there were some special rules for when it works and when it doesn't.
I think you had to get above their strength rating or something and that kind of stuff. Or maybe I'm thinking something else. That's disarm, isn't it? Ugh. Weird rules.
We might
At least
do the
it's not
strength
about
thing.
Horseback riding and horseback riding combat.
So, John Doe, Alexander is gonna rush you the fuck down. How do you wish to proceed?
I just well, it just looks like why the fuck are you doing that? Not understanding because the fire is out.
So you don't wish to take a defensive action. You're just gonna go, what the
Oh,
fuck?
I dodge.
Alright.
It is a strength brawl roll, difficulty +1.
For the tackle. You have it
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
How do you tell if it succeeds?
It just, if it gets successes on it, it succeeds. Both players will make a athletics roll too, to avoid being knocked down. Difficulty 7.
Alright. That's if it connects. Alright.
Yep.
Alexander, if you would please make your strength plus brawl roll. Okay. John, if you would please make your dexterity athletics roll, and your celerity does add to this.
Oh,
Fuck
Oh
me!
my god.
It actually connects! Athletics-wise, what do they need to make in order not to go on their asses?
they both need to make a difficulty 7 dexterity athletics roll.
Okay, both of you, please do that then. He's gonna be on his ass, and Alexander's just gonna be like a badass. Oh, wait, no.
Not quite, but now they are both severely unbalanced, and any actions they take next turn are at +1.
Okay, so Alexander, as you rush forward to knock this fucker down, somehow he seems to almost blur. It's
Oh,
just
also-
not quite enough. Just let me
Strength
describe.
+1 in damage.
Just not in the middle of description.
Sorry. Bad.
Okay. So you rush into him, he almost blurs out of the way, but you somehow connect, and it does nothing. He just gracefully, almost like a wave, he bends back and pushes back forward, and you are pushed half a step back by the impact. Though you somehow manage to rebalance yourself, and you are still on your feet.
So was it strength +1 in bashing damage?
Yes.
For both of you, based on Alexander's strength.
Mhm. And no, it actually does not. It deals it to the guy he tried to tackle, not him.
Oh? But
Yeah,
you
the
said...
balance stuff is the stuff that goes to both.
Alright. So, John,
I soak.
excellent.
And
No
now
damage,
don't
sadly.
just get off the way of Alexander and start looking at the books. To know why he's so fascinated on this shit.
Bacon, that happens after Alexander has declared. He decides first, and he doesn't know that you're gonna get out of the way yet.
Attempt to push past again.
Just try to shoulder past him, or are you actually gonna attempt to attack him?
Push past him, since, getting away from here is a good idea, apparently.
The
Like
big-
a really good idea. That guy in the room there is terrifying for reasons unknown.
Okay. Should I allow him to do that? The beast is usually a dick and tries to claw at the throat of anything that's in its way in this situation.
It's not really the beast, it's actually the red fear. It's a little bit different. Though it is kind of the beast. It's kind of weird. There's a weird connection.
It's like two sides of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to leave up and let the passage to him clear.
You know, with Bacon actually deciding to step out of the way deliberately, Alexander can just go stumble as he tries to push past John, and then just go for the stair as the way's open.
Yep.
Because he's just not there as you go. Alexander, you run off into the night. So, Satan, what would you like to do?
Whew. He must not like me in his secret place.
Make me
I better invade the orifice further.
Make me a incited intelligence occult roll at 8. Further reduced to 7 by your discipline prodigy and any insight crap you get on it.
For the occult? Wait, I think I got confused.
Sorry, no, for the Eyes of Chaos. My derp. Just, yeah.
Okay.
Base difficulty is of 8. It's a vampire thing, so insight applies. Alright. Alright, you find a bag of dirt. It's surrounded by golden halo, and it sings its praises and importance to Alexander. It seems to be a bag of fertilizer. The letters twist and churn as you look at it. It says, made in Lithuania, for the use by vampire crybabies that can't sleep properly without proper earth. Guarantee 52 years.
That's hilarious. No, just your description of the words coming up on it, just on the side, like some kind of ingredients or something.
I'm glad you're enjoying that.
I don't know why, but that's hilarious to me. Oh, this is very important.
Take a souvenir. How do you wish to proceed now that you have found this? Keep it safe for him, make sure no one steals it in your broom closet.
Good God! I am so tempted in so many ways. But you know what? I think the thing that he would do, particularly, would be to grab some of the dirt and then put it into one of his pockets so that he has a connection to Alexander. So he can always try and figure out what the fuck he's doing.
Okay, you open the almost pristine bag that has never been opened before, ripping it open with your teeth. And
Stupid, yes.
grab a double handful of dirt, realize that your actual coat is gone, and then proceed to take smaller pinches of it and just stuff it down in the pockets of your jeans, filling them until they bulge outwards.
Exactly.
No, it's 52 years from the moment it was produced. Of guarantee, that's not the expiration year.
I got that, but
I'm talking to the
it's been fun. Poor Jackalore, I'm so sorry.
it's like everyone is screwing him over, but in all honesty, he brings dark himself in a lot of ways.
Yes, spend stuff to help yourself. That's totally screwing yourself over.
In certain ways, yes, actually, yes.
You do get you get 1 point of willpower back at least for Eye of the Storm, though. You may add it back to your sheet.
Definitely. You know what? I'll argue for more if he wants.
You know,
Yes, I'd really much rather want more than a single point of willpower.
I'll let you have 2. 2 is very reasonable given what happened to Darnell while you weren't looking.
I will also actually argue that I'll get a point back, too. I definitely manipulated the fuck out of him to better my own aims and not his.
Describe to me exactly how this benefits you and how your actions led to this. Because, yeah, Conniver is a bitch to see in an obvious way, so if you would present your reasoning.
Reasoning that Conniver would activate here is actually particularly because he got him to run out of the room. And not because of the fire or anything like that. He wasn't even aware of it.
Okay, so you got him out of the room and...
Got him out of his secret place without... which is against his interest because, you know, this is the place he's trying to keep hidden even from him.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously something very important.
You know...
Which means it's benefiting to Satan, but very much against what Alexander would consider his own good.
I would say that getting that double handful of dirt, that would count given that this just worked out for you with...
I was just talking the general situation and only 1 point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can have 1 point. The way I see it, that getting people to lead you to this place, in a way, help you find it, and then just getting something that you can actually use whenever, from this, I think it applies for Conniver. So, very much so.
That's why I felt. Just the general situation all kind of went with Conniver. So, I was just like, I think that probably gets me 1 back.
Mm-hmm. So,
which is my payment for limiting the heightened emotions on you.
Okay. So, Bacon, are you back yet?
Maybe not. Maybe we should take a quick break so I can go get something to eat. Maybe
Yes, indeed. It's more or less at the end of an hour again, and it's time to split the video anyway. So yes, indeed, a short break.